Sometimes having difficult conversations with your children can be a difficult task, but having them is important. That's the message a local woman wants to share after she recently found out she was donor conceived and is now on a mission to continue to find her siblings. So far, they've found over 67, but that number keeps growing. Now she wants to encourage parents to be honest to their children.
My sister was blonde and blue-eyed. I'm dark-skinned and dark-haired. My dad had been blonde as a child. My mom had dark hair. She took after dad, I took after mom, and they joked if they'd had a third, she'd have been a redhead. We never questioned.
Imagine growing up with a family who you thought were your biological parents and siblings, only to find out years later you were donor conceived. Well, that's the reality of Meridian resident Nicole McLendon.
I was not told I was donor conceived. I had told my parent I took a DNA test. They knew I would find it.
It started with a random Facebook message from a stranger.
Hey, you're number 58, congratulations. We have the same donor. And I went home that night and opened up my 23andMe account.
And what was supposed to be a random and fun Amazon purchase made the news that much more real.
And I saw I connected to like 10 people and it just didn't make sense. And my mom just said, you and your sister need to come over.
Nicole's half-sister started the search in 1992. Since then, they've connected with 67 half-siblings born between 1955 through 1984.
We are finding a new one about every 2 to 3 months.
She was handed a book with all the information she needed to know about the donor, Henry Hank Heems Soth.
Hank was a great guy. He served his country. He served his country. He worked in Detroit. He had 4 boys he raised.
But the surprises kept coming.
He was the landscaper at the fertility clinic. His wife was a patient there and he was asked to donate. And he truly, with his wife's support and encouragement, donated for the best we can determine based on talking to his kids 30 years weekly. There's a lot of me's out there, but he did it with an entirely good heart.
According to the article published by her half-sister, she says the Detroit area sperm provider estimates that there are about 3,000 siblings from Hank. Nicole says that this has created a lot of concerns for her family.
Thank goodness we have yet to find anybody who's dated a half-sibling or married a half-sibling, but it's entirely possible. When you go out one more generation to my kids and their kids, what does that mean for them?
The number of times a person can donate is different for each clinic and state. Here in Idaho, Nationwide Egg Donation and Surrogacy says their embryo donor limit is 6 times.
Are there any laws or rules around that?
We don't know as an agency what goes beyond they leave us. You have fertility clinics, I hate to say it, not in Idaho, because there's only really one here in Idaho, in Boise. But in California, for instance, I hate to say it, but they're like Starbucks. They're everywhere. And to keep track of, how many times that donor is donating within, say, a 50-mile radius, and if she's not going through the same agency, it's kind of impossible.
And although Nicole found out that she was a product of a donor at a later age, she hopes that other families can be honest and talk to their children at a younger age.
I understand that desire to have a family, but you have to be honest with your kids. They are a gift, and another person is helping you have that gift. Do not lie.
And Nicole says Hank would have been 101 years old this year, which she says is older than her grandparents. She also says that she has half-siblings older than her parents. And the siblings do have a reunion coming up and will invite the most recently found siblings. And we'll have this story on our website at ktvb.com.